What is going on, my friends? Welcome back to another video. We're in the shop. We are doing a little Shy Diesel extravaganza prep here in the shop. We got a lot going on. We got a lot to update you on. It's been a minute. We've had some more fires. We've exploded some more things. We're about to ruin this beautiful machine over there that we just got. So stay strapped in. We're gonna do a little update here. But Dawson over here, Someone let the cameraman loose on his vehicle here. Some Boost Auto upgrades, right? Oh, yeah. In the mirror department. Absolutely. And then we got some Alpha Flex frog lights, which he'll be doing. So Dawson's gonna tinker on this thing. We'll see how many things he breaks. Fixes. So other than that, we've got the Shorty. Those are the burnout tires for the first gen. We're gonna be swapping some wheels and tires. Everybody thinks on the internet that when we light things on fire, they just never run again, but the Shorty is perfectly fine, as far as I know anyway, let's put it that way. The first gen, on the other hand, has sustained quite a bit more damage after that last little outing. We definitely killed another turbo, which was kind of to be expected. All the sparks that were flying out of the hood stack was actually bits and pieces of the turbine wheel. The turbine wheel has seen better days. They didn't see how melted the inside of the turbine housing was. So we found that out. So this thing's kind of toast. I think the guys over at Stainless Diesel, have no fear, Stainless Diesel is coming to our rescue. They're actually bringing us a bunch of stuff at Shy to patch this baby back up, put another Stainless Diesel unit back on this thing to kind of complete the burnout season. But the biggest news, besides the turbo, which is not that big a deal, is if you look down here, there is a substantial crack in our cylinder head, and it's got WD-40 on it because it's just been rusting away. But the side of the cylinder head, right there by that ear where the manifold attaches, because of all of the extreme heat that this thing never sees, our cylinder head is actually cracked pretty good. As far as the engine goes, it fires right up. Like it never ceases to amaze me, the engine that Michael has built for this unit. But the engine seems to be okay. The turbine housings, the turbo shot. The cylinder head we're probably gonna need to do something with, but she needs to live for a couple more events, and we'll get through this burnout season. But there's your little update on the first gen. In other news, and we're gonna wander out to go look at the 05 real quick, but our new Polaris Ranger 1500 is quite the unit. You know, the last video we murdered out the windows. She's looking a little thin in the stance department, and the guys over at Shifted Industries, where we get all of our wheel spacers, our wheel adapters. If you count how many lugs the factory machine comes with, that'd be 5. And if you look right here, that looks like it might be an 8x6.5 pattern on there. So for Shide, we really wanted to get spicy with it, and I'm not sure why those are sitting right over there, but we're gonna tinker with this. Also, I'm not sure. I mean, I know why Polaris does it, and I do love Polaris, and like Polaris, if you watch this, I do love you. I'd love to, you know, continue to work with you. But the fact that this machine costs as much as it does and doesn't come with these is quite redonkulous, if you ask me, because you can't see a gosh darn thing out of the Danger Ranger without no mirrors. So for a whopping extra $200, you can get yourself a set of Polaris mirrors for your machine that you can see behind you now. So we're gonna install mirrors. We're gonna do some things and stuff in that department. So for those of you guys who've been following along for a very long time, you know, before the big shop was built here, when we moved down to Kentucky, we actually got a shipping container to kind of house a lot of the nonsense that didn't fit in the race shop. Well, look at what is gone. We no longer have the container there, so we can park more things and stuff and bring home more things that we shouldn't from Marketplace, most likely. But container is gone. We've kind of got everything out of there and moved on to bigger and better storage things. Coming into the race shop here, new engine for the 05 is officially here and back from Freedom Racing Engines. Huge shout out to all of those guys. again and again and again. Couldn't do it without them, but we have another Freedom engine stuffed back in this thing. Now, unfortunately, most likely will not be ready for Shide, but the plan is we've got Smoky Mountain coming up, we have got Mid-Michigan event coming up, and we also have Blake Fitzgerald's second event in, I want to say October. It's towards the end of the year. We'll try and put the dates up on the screen, but Freedom Racing engines, deck plate engine back in it. Michael's been hammering away at this. We got our Logan built trans back in it. We've got our turbo kit back in it. Since the explosion, we do have some other things and stuff to repair and fix. Michael's been kind of working on taking care of fixing up the piping that got messed up when the side of the block came through over there. We've got our man Bryce in Kentucky. He's fixing up a new bed for us currently. I'm not sure when that exactly fits into the puzzle of our new exterior makeover that we're gonna do, but super pumped. Like, I can't even tell you how excited I am to like just see this going back together. Like, it's been, you know, it's you know, when your baby gets hurt, man, you just want to put her back together, man. Anyway, that's about it for updates. As far as tonight goes, we'll keep you in the loop. I just want to kind of give you guys a general gist of kind of like what's been going on, a little bit of behind the scenes stuff that doesn't really make it into every single kind of video. But let's go in here and let's get some stuff done, because technically I think we're supposed to leave for Shide tomorrow. Right, Dawson? Yeah, we're supposed to be leaving for Shide tomorrow. Hey, try not to break your mirror there, buddy. Please tell me that what?
We're good, brother.
Are you sure?
Pebble.
That was a pebble? Sure, that's a good cover story. We'll roll with that. Not that I ever intended on stopping the video to really give tips and tricks on how to install mirrors on a Polaris 1500, but if this helps somebody, let's just go over some of this stuff. So they give you these little dimple holes on this piece, but these are the door mounted ones. They give you little dimple holes on this too, and they tell you to drill a 1/4 inch hole and then go in with a 7/8 hole saw, which again, tools that you might not have, because I didn't have a 7/8 hole saw. So I had to go out and get a tool to install these mirrors. Anyway, I'll stop with my complaining, but the dimple holes, this is the main point. If you guys are gonna do this, the dimple holes with the 1/4 inch bit with the 7/8 hole saw, if you look, you're like, why would they have me drill these holes off center? It doesn't make any sense. And then they have you install this piece right here that kind of fits in these holes, but by the time you put the screws in, what seems like they may be off center over here on this side, it does look like the bracket is fairly straight up and down, because I'm like, oh great, I just drilled these wrong for how, I don't know how I mess up pre-drilled dimple holes, but I think they're offset on purpose. Again, above my pay grade on an engineered standpoint, but I think we'll be all right. Just know that if you get to this point and you're like, I drilled these holes wrong, I don't think that's true as of yet. Oh, that didn't work out so well with the gasket. Oh, ow! I just hit myself in the face. Mirrors on the Danger Ranger 1500 are officially complete. Now, I am no Polaris engineer. Maybe I should be, but I'll tell you just a couple quick things that I'm not sure exactly how they're going to pan out long term over time, but I'm going to relate this to a Peterbilt. Just follow with me here for a little bit. Now, these mirrors are door mounted, so I trust the fasteners. I trust everything that they got going on here, but over time, your angry girlfriend or whoever you want to put in that category, by the time they slam this door about 1,000 times over the course of, who knows, maybe that's 3 months, maybe that's a year, but door mounted mirrors take more abuse than a body mounted mirror. 379 Peterbilt to a 389, they switched to like mounting this mirror on the body instead of a slamming door object. But then again, who am I? What does my pay grade have to do with the way they designed this mirror? But it's kind of funny. I do see 2 dimple holes in this part of the body. I have no idea what they're for. I don't think there's any accessories out right now that mount to that. These are literally like the only mirrors on the market right now with the age of this machine, as far as I know. But anyway, I'm sure they'll be fine. I'm sure I'm just overthinking, but that's just in my nature. Anyway, we've moved on from the $200 install upgrade to Polaris. I'm sorry. I love you, Polaris. Anyway, got them from I-69 Motorsports. You're going to hear me say them. I'm telling you, if you need parts, you need a machine, go hit him up. Hunter in the parts department got us hooked up with these. If you need a machine, go hit up Jay. But take care of those guys. They took care of us. Let's move on to ruining this machine with some adapters. We also might bump up our factory suspension. This is basically, I would say, the preload on your spring, if I'm not mistaken. It is on the lowest setting, which might be the softest, let's put it that way. If you look over here, they've got a notch all the way up here. That would probably put a little more preload on the springs, maybe raise the height of the machine up just a little bit. We might go ahead and do that because, you know, we're just silly like that. Why would we want to have this machine ride nice when we can just look a certain way? But anyway, let's just put you guys on time lapse and see what kind of nonsense we can come up with. But anyway, again, if you're in the market for adapters for spacers, again, the guys over at Shifted Industries are the only people that we trust, and I would highly recommend you do the same. So let's go ahead and see what kind of nonsense we can get into with these bad boys. Again, these adapters, because they're overlapping, are a 2-piece design, which is actually something I've never seen before and pretty dang cool. Let's make it happen. Can't even give you type. No. How you making out over there, Dawson?
Great, man.
How are those Alpha Flexes coming?
They're wonderful. Super bright.
Did you just blind yourself with them? Well, we're not sure exactly how the camera's going to pick this up.
They're not angled properly right now. But
We did have a cameraman install them, but the boost lights.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, clears for the win. It's hard to tell, but Dawson's saying they're brighter.
Let's check this cool little feature out. I get this.
What's the cool feature? I don't know what you're talking about. Is it the same on the Dodges? They go yellow? Yeah, they do. Wow, for all those fog situations that you're going to be in.
That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool.
I
don't think I'll ever use it.
I feel like I grew up in the day where you're just like, man, you got yellow fog lights, bro. You're the man.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same way.
Because you're a ricer boy.
And we're going to cut this video. Coming from the guy who has a haircut like that. Golly. Uh-huh. Well, yellow fog lights are still cool in my opinion. Who cares what these young Thundercats think?
I'm more violent than I thought.
Brother! All right, well, the tone actually made me jump more than I thought it was. It's just it's like 50 times louder than it normally is. So we got our feed and drain blocked off. Like I said, we're gonna fix this at the track. The stainless diesel guys have us some new turbos and stuff. So we got some stuff to work on this thing at the track, because what would a track day be without having to work on something? So we're gonna fix that there. Make sure it's topped off with oil. Got our appropriate wheels and tires, our spares, all the burnout stuff loaded up in there. We got the black wheels back on the shorty. And by golly, would you look at this Ranger. Holy crap. We are officially thugged out. This thing is so saucy right now. Holy smokes. It does turn a fair amount, I would say more than we were anticipating, but we've got our Shifted Industries 5x4.5, I believe is the factory bolt pattern, to 8x6.5 8 lugs, so we can run regular truck wheels and tires on it. I'm not sure if this setup will stay on it, but man, oh man, does it look incredible. I don't know how the factory ball joints are going to love this wheel and tire setup. All we did is we moved up the shock settings a little bit here. Again, I'm not sure how it's going to ride, but it looks very, very cool. Functionality wise, we don't really worry about that. You know what I mean? I'm sure you guys will either think it's the absolutely coolest thing in the world or hate it. Either way, we love it. It looks crazy. I'm not sure if I love this factory bumper, but again, we can change all that. Really looking forward to kind of keep modding this thing out. I know a couple people have long travel stuff out for them, so I'd love to do some of that. But yeah, we're just gonna kind of keep enjoying this beast, and we're gonna use it all weekend long at the event. I don't think there's gonna be another 1500 on 16 wide swampers, so. And there's Cole's Ranger. That's like the guy she told you not to worry about. Or that's you. And then this is the guy she told you not to worry about. That's thumbs down. Thumbs down. Junkie. Just got the Peterbilt flipped around. Going to start getting ready to get loaded up. This is where the ramps were when the Ranger had the factory wheels and tires on it. And I'm gonna assume that we're gonna be putting them out here, because honestly I think this thing is about as wide as a dang truck right now. Whew. Look at that tank. Cole just left to go do a little test drive to get the trans fluid up to temp. I'm gonna stand right here because usually if there's a camera out and someone's telling you to do something silly, Cole's usually a pretty good one to take that bait on. Go ahead, get her straight. One driveway hit, everybody knows the rules.
Traction thing.
Hey man, I wonder what kind of tires those are. Definitely Venoms for sure. Look at the difference in width. You got the 12 wide Nittos over here, and then Cole's Ling Long 14 wides. Yep, that'll get it done. I love having a graffiti stained driveway. That is pretty much gonna wrap up this video. Just a little kind of like update where we're at, things are at, getting loaded up, some things on the Danger Ranger build, some updates on all of the trucks that catch on fire quite frequently, but we are pretty much ready to hit the road, and we will see you guys in the next video, probably at Shide, horsing around. We'll see if the first gen continues to live. The Shorty, we might actually do a little racing, who knows, but we'll get our new turbo on the first gen. We'll see how the Danger Ranger survives the weekend, bombing through some fields, maybe, and of course the Peterbilt doing Peterbilt things. But we will see you guys in the next video. Tons and tons of stuff coming up. Again, huge thank you to the I-69 Motorsports guys for getting us the machine, for getting us the parts. If you need stuff from them, don't hesitate to reach out and get with them, get with Jay. But that's gonna do it. We will see you guys in the next video. See ya.